mask mandate in California is over. For the first time since last December, masks are no longer required here in San Diego County. Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily Aztec Live. I'm Alex Lai.
And I'm Catlan Nguyen. Thanks for joining us. As Alex mentioned with the mask mandate, Governor Gavin Newsom lifted the requirement effective today. The statewide mask mandate for businesses in most indoor spaces is over. Starting today in California, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need a mask for working out at the gym or grabbing groceries. But you'll still need one to attend classes and enter any building on campus. The mandate was set to be lifted in January, but was extended another month. If you're flying or visiting a hospital or healthcare facilities, you'll still need to wear a mask. SDSU tells the Daily Aztec the university has extended its facial covering policy through February 28th. They tell us given the recent changes at the state level, they'll share any updates on masking with the campus community by February 25th. The Black Resource Center here at SDSU is celebrating its 4th anniversary this month. In honor of Black History Month, the BRC is hosting events that aim to keep students educated and engaged about how Black history has evolved. Join the big birthday celebration at the BRC on Lindo Paseo. It all starts at noon on February 28th, wrapping up their Black History Month events.
That's right, Caitlin. This month, the BRC and Black student organizations across campus are hosting plenty of events. The month-long celebration will be both in person and virtual. They'll be hosting activities like movie screenings, mentoring, poetry, paint nights, and game nights. And this Saturday at Viejas Arena, the SDSU women's basketball team is featuring a special halftime show with performances honoring Black History Month. You can find more information about these events on the Black Resource Center website. There's a new director at the Black Resource Center. The Daily Aztec's multimedia assistant editor, Jane Utig, sat down with Dr. Brandon Gamble to talk about his plans in the new role. Here's Jane with more.
I miss being with the students, and that's what makes the BRC alive and worth, getting up and making a drive every day.
The Black Resource Center's newest director, Dr. Brandon Gamble, is looking ahead. Students are back on campus and right in time for Black History Month.
Definitely participate in any of the events in Black History Month, because Black History Month isn't necessarily for Black people. It's for the rest of the world, because we're Black 365, and my father reminded me of this this week, but it's for everybody.
Gamble was named new director of the BRC in December. He worked at Cal State University Long Beach and Oakwood University, an HBCU in Alabama.
But I did a lot of the same things there that I do here. They have the exact amount of numbers, or around the same amount of numbers, of Black students at Oakwood University. So in essence, to me, I always look at it, most of the CSUs have a mini Black college on campus.
He's stepping into the role that's been filled by Dr. Tonica Green. Green was named interim director of the BRC following last summer's controversial resignation of Dr. Bonnie Reddick. Gamble said students are focused on what's next.
So there were students who were here when that went on, but they're also still engaged and still ready to keep moving forward. The students are extremely passionate about each program that's here, because something about the program or an event that happened really touched them, and they're carrying that forward. So I feel a big duty and a burden to continue to help them have those great experiences that are life-changing.
One of those plans is to take the BRC on international trips.
Hopefully when the world opens back up a little bit more, in a year or two, we'll have the funds to be able to, this is my dream. I'd love to be able to send our students to Africa, Jamaica, some other places, but that takes funding. So we're looking forward to partnering with folks who would love to fund that opportunity, because it makes us global citizens.
And for the Daily Aztec, I'm Jane Utig.
Thanks, Jane. You can read more of Jane's interview with Dr. Gamble at our website. Just visit thedailyaztec.com. An SDSU student who studied mechanical engineering is the new recipient of an internship at Collins Aerospace. In 2018, only 4.6% of engineering degrees were earned by Black students. Abi Daniel, president of the SDSU chapter of the National Society of Black Engineers, said members benefit from the support of their chapter. NSBE offers resume workshops, mentorship programs, and more to students who join.
Agnes Wong Nickerson is the new Vice President of Business and Financial Affairs after 8 years of involvement in the SDSU budget. Wong Nickerson will look after the university's $1 billion budget. That budget includes university auxiliary organizations and over 650 employees. Wong Nickerson has been working for the development of SDSU Mission Valley and in the university's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. She'll continue to manage business and administration functions as she takes on the role of vice president. Short staffing and childcare has been hard for San Diego State students who are also parents. Childcare workers have been hesitant to return to their jobs due to low wages and the COVID-19 pandemic. It's a trend we've seen in many industries. Many student parents say their class options are limited without after-school daycare and other childcare options. But there are options for parents studying at SDSU. The university runs a nonprofit children's center for preschool-aged kids on campus. The center is open for students, faculty, staff, and is available for the nearby community to use too. However, SDSU Center has also struggled due to pandemic restrictions.
For Valentine's Week, the Daily Aztec talked to students about how they view casual hookup culture on campus. Some students say they felt a lot of pressure to engage in hookup culture, but they enjoy how open-minded and accepting most students are about safe and casual sex. For others, they say they want to normalize casual sex for stress relief purposes and just for fun. But most students agree that talking more about their views on casual sex will destigmatize and normalize it. Other students also said to find pleasure in other ways, such as through cooking, poetry, writing, and just anything that feeds your soul. Some SDSU students also said regardless of how you view casual hookup culture, always be cautious and stay educated on safe sex.
Assistant sports editor Andrew Finley caught up with Aztec alumni who are continuing their love of football after graduation by coaching at a local high school in Ramona.
Here at Ramona High School, head football coach Damon Baldwin is making Bulldogs for life with Aztecs for life.
The small town in North County boasts one of the best football programs in San Diego and is known as our town, the home of the Bulldogs. The Bulldog football program is led by San Diego State football alumni, former O-lineman and coach Damon Baldwin, who's hired 2 more Aztecs, and former offensive lineman Quade Miller and defensive back Garrett Binkley, a hire that Baldwin, in an email, described as incredible. Miller and Binkley had similar things to say about their former head coach.
The best part I like about working here is Coach Baldwin, you know what I mean? That's one of the best parts for coaching at this program is to come back and coach with Coach Baldwin, who's a San Diego State alum, NFL alum, and like all the things that I did, he did. So it's very humbling just to kind of like shoot the crap with him as well, and then talk football, and then, yeah.
He's been a huge mentor in my whole football aspect of life. So he's been coaching me since I was a freshman, and now I'm coaching with him. So it's just a good time. He knows his stuff. So he's got tons of experience, and he's just passing it down to us. So it's good to see the chain keep going. So
Miller and Binkley also agree that their time with San Diego State prepared them to be successful on and off the field.
They teach them how to be a good football player, but they teach them even how to be a better man in society. And that's what I take near and dear to my heart. Yes, I can't be as hard on the kids as college coaches were to me, but I can still teach the kids true life values.
the coaching staff that we had at San Diego State makes us like really detailed, really oriented in that field of it. So like just the preparation, film, studying, practice, the hours and stuff like that kind of gets you ready for coaching, because we've already done the film and now I'm doing it just at a different level. I'm just coaching instead of playing.
The Bulldogs finished their regular season with a record of 7-3 and capped their season off with a trip to the Division III CIF Championship where they fell to the second-ranked modern-day Catholic. Here at Mona High School, and for the Daily Aztec, I'm Andrew Finley.
Thanks, Finley. Up next, Daniela Ramirez has everything you need to know to catch up on sports this week. Here she is with your Aztec sports recap.
Welcome back, Aztecs. Love is in the air for our SCSU spring sports kicking off this week.
Men's baseball placed third in the Mountain West preseason poll. This Friday will be the Aztecs' first pitch of the season against TCU. Women's softball starts off their season today at 6 p.m. against San Diego. Maggie Balin was named the Mountain West Pitcher of the Week for the third time in her career. Isabella Espinoza was selected as the Freshman of the Week in the Mountain West Conference. Track and field shined light on Lauren Harper, who set a new school record for the 800-meter race. Ashley Callahan cleared 14 feet in the pole vault, taking home first place in Albuquerque, New Mexico on Saturday. Men's basketball took over Tuesday night against Utah State, 75-56. The Aztecs will be heading to Fresno State this Saturday.
For an inside look on what it's like covering sports at SCSU, check out our podcast, The Spirit Sports Report, on Anchor and thedailyaztec.com. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Daniela. Well, that does it for us in the studio today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and catch us every Wednesday right here on YouTube, live at 12:30 p.m.
You can find the Daily Aztec special Black History Month issue at kiosks across campus. And be sure to catch Mundo Azteca Live coming up next. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.